Welcome to my hell. Look at this. All this because I couldn't keep my leg closed. Is there no more hell than this? It's not actually even about this today. It's not even distracting. It's just that I have to do this. Oh, I wish I could afford to send my washing to China. Get some children to do it. Maybe I should get my children to do it, little shits. Anyway, don't like my children today. Having one of those hate your children days. It's usually every day, but today I'm just annoyed at them. Look at me, living the life. Anyway, I'll stop feeling resentful and move on. Well, I was actually thinking about something that's different about, you know, probably generations, and that whole concept of the way we spend money now. Like when I was a kid and when growing up, you didn't have PayPal, you didn't have credit cards, you certainly, didn't buy things on the internet, you didn't, have anything like that. When you bought things, it was like you either paid cash or you lay-byed it. And men didn't lay-by. Like lay-by is women's business. The man, lay-buying is just far too embarrassing because a lay-by says you don't have any money and there's no way a man's going to walk in and lay-by something. If he can't pay with it for beer, or money, he's not going to do it. So women did the lay-by, and it was all about paying for things. It was about scrimping, or about going without, and you'd scrimp together the money for your lay-by. You had 6 weeks to pay for this thing you couldn't afford. And you'd basically just have to feed the kids on sausages and potatoes, and just really cut out maybe instead of 2 sausages, half a sausage each or something. That's why none of us were fat, because Mum had lay-bys to pay for. And that was how you got things in your house. You had to put down your 20% deposit, and you had over 6 weeks to pay off this item. It could be, I don't know, a dinner set, it could be fluffy towels, it could be your school shoes. I do remember when Mum got widowed, there was a pretty rough patch in our life when I think I did actually catch her trying to lay by bread and milk. By the time she managed to pick it up 6 weeks later, it wasn't in a very good way. But it's this concept of lay-by. It's quite funny, isn't it? Because it's sort of, you sort of hope you still like the thing you put away 6 weeks before, because it's too late otherwise, because then it's like, oh shit, I hate this now. It's funny, the other day my friend was laughing about her parents and sort of laughing, going, oh, they're the kind of generation that do lay-bys. And I sort of went, oh my God, because I felt really embarrassed. And I sort of went, do you want to say anything? She said, what's wrong? I went, oh, nothing. And she goes, no, what's wrong? You look really kind of weird. I said, well, I actually lay-by. And she's like burst out laughing. She couldn't believe I actually lay-byed. She just thought it was something only old people and really desperately poor people do. And I went, wow, you can't, it's like a working class thing you can't get rid of. It's this poverty consciousness. It's not about, oh, I don't know, I can't handle it. Instant gratification doesn't work for me. I like my gratification delayed and drawn out over a long period of time, which is weird because I don't like tantric sex. See, people are full of paradoxes, but this whole lay-by thing's weird because consequently I have lay-bys everywhere. There's not a shop in town I don't have a lay-by in. I have this great feeling when I go into a shop and I see something I want, but I don't buy it. I exercise control. I control myself and I say, put it away. And I come back later and get it. So that way I don't have that shopper's guilt, that guilt you have when you really shouldn't buy that thing. So at the same time I feel frugal and frivolous. It's hard to explain, but it works for me. It's kind of a thing. And I have to say, in my, 25 years of being of an age that I can, reliably lay-by, that I have never, ever lost a lay-by. I've never, ever, failed to pick it up. And I think that shows a pretty good credit rating. But the banks don't take that. When we went for a loan, they didn't say, oh, what's your lay-by rating? To see whether or not I had and I have an awesome, I'd have a 5-star lay-by rating. I've probably missed credit card payments, but there's no incentive to pick something up or to pay for it once you've actually got the thing. So I think the whole credit card's got the system around the wrong way. I have actually risked my life to pick up a lay-by. I did it not that long ago. Actually, I know the date. It was February the 22nd. And I set out to Ballina to my friend Janelle's shop to pick up a lay-by because they'd been there an awfully long time, probably about 3 months. And she's a friend, so she didn't put it back out in the store. And I knew that, so that's why it went over a little bit long. I probably should have got there. But anyway, I thought, look, I feel a bit bad. I've left Janelle for all this time. I'll drive over. As I'm driving, I notice it's windy. I went, oh God, that's a bit much in the wind. And then as I get halfway to Ballina, like a whole tree goes across the road. And I went, shit! that's windy. You know, I might have to turn back. And I went, I can't turn back now. I'm halfway to Ballina, halfway to the lay-by. I've got to go. I'm on a mission. So as I drove, I reckon I swerved around 10 trees. There was an accident. We get past that. We get into Ballina. Right at this point, the rain is like actually horizontal. The person on the radio says it's like part of some cyclone, and says that there's winds of up to 110 kilometres at the peak gust. And I'm feeling them, and it's hitting Ballina the most full on. I get to River Street. They're about 140. So I can hardly pull in, but I went, I'm so close to the lay-by now, the pickup, I just can't pull back. I have to keep going. The tree where I park next to a tree, it actually snaps in half and blows down the road, nearly knocking out the only two people in the road, which are two guys from the salvos, whose card table is blown away, and they're just standing there sort of watching, unable to rescue their card table as a tree comes at them. And then I sort of get out of the car. It took a while to get out. I could hardly move, and I was really scared. And I thought, no, Mandy, come on, you can do it. It's a lay-by. You can do it. So I took a deep breath, and sort of, you know, the tree had lodged under the awning, so I was quite safe. And as I got there, the roof of the restaurant from behind the shops actually came off, but it didn't fly right over. It just lodged. And I've never seen when people have to hold on to poles like that, but that's what I was having to do to get across the road. It was a little bit scary. So I got across the road, my heart's beating really fast. The rain's coming in, I'm wet, my hair's wrecked, I'm frightening. I get in there, and then the power goes out. There's no FPOS. No, I can't pay for the lay-by. And I said, come on, Janelle, go again, 6 times. We get a little moment of power. I get that FPOS in, that lay-by is picked up. It is picked up. That is how good I am. I get out, it's so windy by this stage, I can't walk vertically. I have to lie down and crawl horizontally like this with the lay-by in my mouth across, because the wind is just coming, and there's trees, and there's like Salvation Army men rolling down the road. It's insane. I hang on to this pole, right, and there's a dog coming at me. It just comes, it hits me in the head, right, the thing's freaked out. As it gets up and walks away, I notice it's got my lay-by, and all I could do was look in horror and scream. A dingo's got my lay-by. Oh, fuck it. Do you know what I just realised?
What?
Oh, that is so annoying. I have to change the tag. Because I just realised that's my friend Sean's joke. It's not even mine. I thought I'd written it before. Oh no, take that out. You can leave that in. Just stole someone else's joke. All right, that wasn't a dingo. It was Sean Chawboro's joke, and I didn't realise. I thought I'd made it up myself. Fuck, the dementia's bad. I'll keep folding. I'll see you next week. I'm going to pick out my lay-by. Oh, that was a lay-by. Wasn't worth stopping for that, was it, no? That was the virgin phase. That was short-lived.